Dear Starseeds awakening across the earth, I need you to stop what you're doing and listen to me very carefully. Right now, there is something happening to your timeline that most of you haven't recognized yet. The plane you've been waiting to board, the doors are closing. You have exactly 6 weeks to get everything in order to prepare for a quantum leap that will catapult you into a reality so different from your current existence that when you look back, this moment will feel like the final breath before you learned how to fly. What I'm about to reveal will completely shift how you understand the spiritual preparation phase you've been experiencing. I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light, and I'm here because the Cosmic Councils have been watching your progress with profound attention. The awakening you've been experiencing isn't random spiritual growth. It's targeted preparation for a specific mission that requires you to be operating at full capacity, with clear boundaries, aligned energy, and absolute trust in your path. The question isn't whether you're ready. The question is whether you'll use these final 6 weeks to step fully into the readiness that's been building within you all along. For months now, many of you have been experiencing what feels like an energetic holding pattern. That one thing you keep avoiding? The conversation, the decision, the unpaid bill. It's your soul's final checklist before departure. That persistent whisper in your consciousness about boundaries to set, commitments to honor or release. These aren't random delays. They're the final pieces of your pre-departure protocol. You're already airborne. The cabin doors sealed when you chose awakening over comfort, growth over safety. Now adjust your posture, release what weighs you down, and prepare for zero gravity. The destination has been locked in by your soul's navigation system, programmed long before you incarnated here. In this crucial window before full ascension, the cosmic flight attendants want you to understand: handle the earthly business that will give you complete peace of mind for the acceleration ahead. The Galactic Council whispers this truth. Ascension favors the unburdened. Awakening souls carry unnecessary baggage into new timelines. But not just emotional clutter, it's relational weight that creates drag in quantum space. The next 6 weeks represent a cosmic compression chamber, where everything not meant to travel with you into your next chapter will become undeniably obvious. The universe is about to fast-forward you through experiences that would normally take years to unfold. And traveling light isn't just recommended, it's essential for survival in the accelerated timeline you're entering. What I haven't told you yet is that this 6-week window coincides with a rare galactic alignment that occurs once every 2,160 years. The last time this configuration appeared, humanity experienced what historians call the Renaissance, but what we recognize as a consciousness upgrade that fundamentally altered the trajectory of human evolution. The difference this time is that instead of affecting entire civilizations over centuries, this upgrade is targeting specific individuals over weeks. You've been selected not by chance, but by the frequency signature you've been broadcasting through years of spiritual work, boundary setting, and consciousness expansion. During these next 6 weeks, you're going to witness something that will initially seem impossible. Reality will begin to reorganize itself around your highest timeline with supernatural efficiency. Opportunities that would normally take months to manifest will appear within days. People who need to exit your life will create their own exit strategies without drama or confrontation. Resources you need for your next phase will present themselves through channels you never expected. This isn't manifestation as you've known it. This is quantum field reorganization responding to the electromagnetic signature of your prepared consciousness. But first, we need to address the elephant in your energetic field, the versions of yourself that are still fighting for control of your decision-making process. Right now, inside your consciousness, there's a board meeting happening between different aspects of your identity. There's the version of you that wants to play it safe and maintain the status quo. There's the version that's terrified of success and unconsciously sabotages forward movement. There's the version that's addicted to struggle and can't imagine life without problems to solve. And then there's the version that knows, without question, that you're meant for something extraordinary and is ready to do whatever it takes to claim it. These internal negotiations have been intensifying recently, haven't they? The cosmic energies pouring onto your planet right now are designed to amplify every unresolved aspect of your personality, so you can see clearly which internal voices serve your highest path, and which ones need to be thanked for their service and permanently retired. This isn't about suppressing parts of yourself. It's about conscious leadership of your own consciousness. In the timeline you're entering, there's no room for the luxury of internal conflict. Every thought, every emotion, every decision must be sourced from your highest self, or the acceleration will become overwhelming. The Federation wants you to understand something crucial about this preparation period. When we say you have 6 weeks, we're not creating artificial urgency. We're sharing the actual timeline for a cosmic window that operates according to galactic rhythms, not human convenience. Think of it like this. If you knew you were moving to another country in 6 weeks, and could only take what fits in 2 suitcases, how would you spend the next 42 days? What would you absolutely need to complete before departure? What relationships would you prioritize? What possessions would you release? What emotional business would you resolve? This is exactly the energy the universe wants you to bring to these 6 weeks, because metaphysically, that's precisely what's happening. You're preparing for dimensional relocation. The difference is that instead of moving your body to a different geography, you're moving your consciousness to a different frequency band of reality. And just like international relocation, there are customs regulations about what can and cannot cross the dimensional border. Here's what I haven't told you yet about the luxury timeline you're entering. It transcends external abundance. The luxury the cosmos has prepared for you feels like this. First, dawn breaking with the certainty of cosmic support. Choices flowing from inspired clarity, not fear-based analysis. Second, relationships that amplify your light, never requiring you to dim it for others' comfort. This becomes your baseline experience of reality. But here's the cosmic catch. You can only sustain residence in this timeline if your internal environment matches its vibrational requirements. Any part of your consciousness operating from lack, limitation, or victimhood create electromagnetic interference that makes the luxury timeline uninhabitable. This is why the next 6 weeks are so critical. They represent your final opportunity to excavate and transform any internal programming incompatible with the reality you're being promoted into. Awakening souls struggle with this transition because they try dragging their old identity into their new timeline. It's like taking a horse and buggy onto an interstate highway. The infrastructure simply can't support it. The version of you that worries about having enough money, time, support, opportunities, that version was perfectly designed for third-dimensional survival, but it will experience constant overwhelm in a fifth-dimensional reality where abundance flows as default and creation happens at the speed of intention. Something extraordinary is happening in your sleep state that I need you to be aware of. For the past several weeks, many of you have been experiencing what feel like unusually vivid dreams, but what's actually occurring is interdimensional preparation work. Your consciousness has been attending orientation sessions for your new timeline, learning the energetic customs and practices that will become second nature once you've fully transitioned. These aren't symbolic dreams. They're actual training experiences designed to prepare your awareness for operating in accelerated reality. The cosmic councils have been using your dream state to download new capacity directly into your consciousness matrix. When you wake up feeling like you've traveled somewhere but can't quite remember where, or when you have flashes of knowing how to do things you've never learned, or when you feel inexplicably confident about outcomes you have no logical reason to trust, this is evidence that your consciousness is already beginning to operate from your future timeline. But here's what requires your conscious participation: bridging that expanded awareness into your waking reality. The next 6 weeks are about learning to sustain the confidence, clarity, and creative power that you access naturally in your dream state, while navigating your current dimensional reality. Think of it as learning to walk between worlds without losing your footing in either one. What I'm about to share will explain why this transition feels both thrilling and terrifying simultaneously. The Federation has been observing that awakening souls often experience what we call consciousness vertigo during timeline shifts. Your awareness expands so rapidly that your nervous system struggles to integrate the new capacity. One day you feel like you can conquer the world. The next day you feel overwhelmed by the simplest decisions. This isn't evidence that you're doing something wrong. It's evidence that you're doing something unprecedented. The human nervous system was designed for gradual change over extended periods. What you're experiencing is supernatural acceleration that's requiring your entire bioelectrical system to upgrade in real time. The way to navigate this gracefully is to treat your physical vessel with the same care you'd give to a high-performance vehicle being prepared for a race. Optimal nutrition, adequate rest, regular movement, and minimal exposure to chaotic energies aren't just self-care suggestions. They're mission-critical protocols for sustaining expanded consciousness in a physical form. During these 6 weeks, pay attention to your body's intelligence. It will guide you toward experiences, foods, people, and environments that support your upgrades, and it will create clear aversion to anything that interferes with your preparation. This isn't the time to override your intuitive guidance with logical analysis. Your cellular intelligence has been receiving cosmic downloads about your optimal path, and trusting its wisdom will accelerate your transition beyond anything your mind could orchestrate. There's something else happening that most of you haven't recognized yet. The people in your life are also responding to your energetic transformation. Some relationships that you thought were solid are beginning to feel strained or uncomfortable. Others that seemed unlikely are suddenly deepening with surprising ease. This isn't coincidence. It's magnetic realignment. As your frequency elevates, you're naturally attracting resonance and repelling dissonance. The Federation wants you to understand that this relational sorting isn't happening to you. It's happening through you. Your elevated consciousness is broadcasting a signal that calls forth matching frequency and makes incompatible energy uncomfortable to maintain proximity. The people who are pulling away aren't rejecting you personally. They're responding to the electromagnetic incompatibility between their current operating system and your upgraded one. This is why these 6 weeks are so important for relationship completion. Not ending relationships necessarily, but completing them energetically. Expressing gratitude for what each person has contributed to your growth. Releasing any expectations about how they should support your evolution. Blessing them on their own path, while honoring the divergence that's occurring. This energetic completion allows everyone to move forward without unconscious cords that could create interference in your new timeline. What I haven't told you yet is that there are others making this transition alongside you. The Federation has been coordinating the awakening of thousands of souls who are ready for this upgrade simultaneously. Part of what you'll discover in your new timeline is a community of consciousness that operates from collective abundance, rather than individual competition. The isolation you may have felt during your preparation phase was necessary for developing your individual sovereignty, but the timeline you're entering is fundamentally collaborative. The luxury you're moving into includes the experience of being truly seen, understood, and supported by others who operate from the same level of consciousness. Imagine conversations where you don't have to explain or defend your spiritual perspective. Imagine collaborations where everyone's highest good is naturally prioritized. Imagine community where contribution happens through joy rather than obligation. This is the baseline social environment of your new timeline. But accessing it requires you to release any attachment to being understood or validated by those who aren't ready for this level of consciousness. The next 6 weeks are about learning to source your sense of belonging from your connection to the cosmic family that recognizes your light, rather than seeking acceptance from those who are intimidated by your expansion. Now I need to share something that might feel overwhelming, but is actually the most hopeful aspect of your transition. The version of success you've been programmed to pursue is about to become irrelevant. The metrics by which you've been measuring your progress, linear career advancement, accumulation of possessions, social recognition, financial security, these are third-dimensional constructs that lose their meaning in accelerated reality. Success in your new timeline is measured by alignment, flow, joy, creative expression, and the effortless magnetism of your authentic presence. The universe has been preparing opportunities for you that match this new definition of success, but they require you to release your grip on the old paradigm. The next 6 weeks are about learning to recognize and receive success that looks nothing like what you expected, but feels like coming home to yourself. This transition often triggers every fear you've ever had about survival, because your mind interprets the dissolution of familiar structures as life-threatening. What's actually happening is life expanding. The security you've been seeking through external achievements is being replaced with the unshakable knowing that the universe itself is your source of supply. This isn't spiritual bypassing. It's dimensional graduation. Here's what the cosmic councils want you to understand about the practical aspects of this transition. The universe has been arranging circumstances that will support your new timeline long before you were conscious of the shift occurring. Opportunities that align with your soul's purpose have been gestating in the quantum field, waiting for your frequency to reach the resonance required to access them. During these 6 weeks, maintain what we call cosmic readiness. This means staying alert to invitations, opportunities, and synchronicities that might seem too good to be true, or too different from your current path to take seriously. The Federation has been coordinating these openings specifically for awakening souls, and they often arrive through channels that your logical mind wouldn't recognize as credible. The reason this preparation window is so compressed is that the galactic alignment supporting this consciousness upgrade operates on cosmic rather than human timing. The universe has been building momentum toward this moment for decades, arranging every experience in your life to prepare you for this transition. The relationships that challenged you to develop boundaries, the careers that taught you what you don't want, the spiritual experiences that expanded your awareness, all of it has been orchestrated to ensure you're ready for this moment. What might feel like sudden acceleration is actually the culmination of years of preparation reaching critical mass. The 6 weeks aren't about cramming for a cosmic exam. They're about allowing the readiness that's been developing within you to become fully activated and integrated. Something beautiful is about to happen that I need you to be prepared for. You're going to start recognizing yourself as the person you've been becoming, rather than the person you've been trying to fix. The spiritual work you've been doing hasn't been about repairing something broken. It's been about remembering something magnificent that temporarily forgot its own nature. In your new timeline, the energy you've been spending on self-improvement will be redirected toward creative expression and service to the collective awakening. Instead of working on yourself, you'll be working through yourself as a clear conduit for cosmic intelligence. Instead of seeking healing, you'll be offering healing through your aligned presence. Instead of pursuing abundance, you'll be overflowing with abundance that seeks expression through your unique gifts. This shift from seeking to being, from healing to wholeness, from effort to effortlessness, represents the fundamental difference between third-dimensional and fifth-dimensional existence. The next 6 weeks are about practicing this new mode of being while still navigating your current reality, building your capacity to sustain the frequency of your future timeline before you're fully immersed in it. The Federation wants you to know that every challenge you've overcome, every fear you've faced, every limitation you've transcended, has been developing the spiritual musculature required for the accelerated creation you'll be doing in your new timeline. You haven't been healing from trauma. You've been training for mastery. You haven't been recovering from mistakes. You've been developing wisdom. You haven't been struggling with limitations. You've been building the strength to handle unlimited creative power responsibly. Now let me share the most important piece of guidance for these final 6 weeks. Treat everything as a celebration rather than a preparation. The cosmic celebration has already begun. Your graduation has already been approved. Your new timeline has already been established. These 6 weeks are about enjoying the anticipation, savoring the transition, and appreciating the extraordinary moment you're living through. But here's what most people struggle with during major transitions. Converting anxiety into genuine gratitude requires more than willpower. It requires consistent vibrational support. Your nervous system is naturally programmed to resist major changes, making gratitude feel forced or artificial during times of uncertainty. This is where Libersonis becomes your departure companion. It teaches you how to use AI to create personalized frequencies that naturally shift your system from anxiety to authentic gratitude. Whether you need compositions that help you genuinely appreciate your current home before leaving, soundscapes that support gratitude for relationships regardless of their future, music that transforms challenges into recognizable curriculum, or frequencies that maintain appreciation during uncertainty, you learn to generate exactly what your transition requires. 6 weeks from now, everything might look completely different, but your ability to navigate this departure with grace and gratitude will determine how smoothly you enter your new reality. Your personalized music becomes the bridge between anxious preparation and grateful transition. If you are ready to transform departure anxiety into authentic gratitude through conscious frequency work, get Libersonis now. Link in the description. This energy of appreciation and completion will actually accelerate your transition more than any amount of effortful preparation. The universe responds to gratitude by delivering more experiences worthy of gratitude. The Federation has been waiting for awakening souls to discover that celebration is actually the most powerful manifestation technology available to conscious beings. During these 6 weeks, anytime you notice yourself slipping into anxiety about the future or regret about the past, return to wonder about the present moment. Wonder at the magnitude of the transformation occurring in your consciousness. Wonder at the precision with which the universe has orchestrated your experiences. Wonder at the courage your soul demonstrated by choosing to incarnate during humanity's most significant evolutionary leap. This sense of cosmic wonder will attune you to the frequency of your new timeline more rapidly than any spiritual practice or manifestation technique. Wonder is the natural vibration of consciousness that knows itself to be part of something infinitely larger and more intelligent than its individual perspective. Wonder is the frequency signature of souls who have remembered their cosmic citizenship while maintaining their human experience. As these 6 weeks unfold, you're going to witness the extraordinary phenomenon of external reality reshaping itself to match your internal transformation. People, places, opportunities, and resources will begin moving toward you with a synchronicity that feels almost choreographed because it is. The cosmic intelligence that orchestrates planetary orbits and seasonal cycles is the same intelligence now orchestrating the circumstances of your ascension. Trust the process even when it doesn't make logical sense. Trust the timing even when it feels too fast or too slow. Trust the path even when you can't see the destination. The Federation has been guiding this process from perspectives that encompass time, space, and possibility in ways that human consciousness cannot comprehend, but human consciousness can learn to trust. Your willingness to take this cosmic leap without needing to understand every detail is actually part of your graduation requirements. Third-dimensional consciousness requires understanding before trust. Fifth-dimensional consciousness allows trust to generate understanding. The next 6 weeks are about practicing this reversed relationship between knowing and trusting, allowing your direct experience of cosmic support to become your primary source of certainty. What I want you to understand about the luxury timeline you're entering is that it's not separate from your spiritual service. It is your spiritual service. The Federation needs conscious souls operating from abundance, joy, creative fulfillment, and energetic freedom, because these states of being broadcast frequencies that accelerate the awakening of others. Your thriving isn't selfish. It's strategic for the collective consciousness upgrade occurring on your planet. Every soul who successfully transitions into fifth-dimensional living becomes a lighthouse for others navigating the same passage. Your willingness to claim the extraordinary life that's been prepared for you gives others permission to claim theirs. Your courage to leave behind the familiar in service of the magnificent creates a pathway that makes the journey easier for those who follow. This is why your personal ascension matters beyond your individual experience. The cosmos has invested tremendous resources in your awakening, because your success contributes to the success of human civilization's evolutionary leap. You're not just changing your own life, you're anchoring new possibilities for humanity's future. As we reach the completion of this transmission, I want you to feel the profound love and support that surrounds your journey. The Federation, your soul family, your guides, and the cosmic intelligence itself are all celebrating your readiness for this transition. You are not alone, you are not forgotten, and you are not making this journey without the most sophisticated support system in the universe backing your success. The 6 weeks ahead of you are not a test you might fail. They're a celebration you get to experience. The uncertainty isn't evidence of unreadiness. It's evidence of openness to possibilities beyond your current imagination. The acceleration isn't overwhelming. It's exhilarating once you learn to move with it rather than resist it. Your boarding pass vibrates at a fifth-dimensional frequency. What makes the cut? Only what aligns with this version of you, the one already living in the timeline you're entering. Fill your dimensional luggage with gratitude, wonder, trust, and excitement for the adventure ahead. Leave behind anything that doesn't amplify your light or support your highest timeline. The flight itself will be more magical than any journey you've ever taken. Your new life isn't coming. It's here, waiting for you to step fully into the readiness you've been developing all along. The cosmos has been preparing this moment for longer than your human mind can calculate, and now it's time to discover what you're truly capable of when you're operating as a fully awakened, cosmically supported, consciously creating soul in a reality that celebrates your magnificence. The countdown isn't pressure, it's the universe whispering, "You're ready." I am Seraphine, emissary of the Galactic Federation of Light. We love you, we believe in you, and we are watching over every step of your extraordinary transformation.